Now the last part, find the value of k so that x minus 3 divides with no remainder. That means when I make x equal to 0 here and I got x equals 3, when I replace 3 instead of x, the answer should be 0. Why 0? Because they said there's no remainder. If you remember in one of the quizzes we did, I put it equals to a number. 3 plus k equals to 0 because they said there is no remainder. Or this our calculator one shot, we will get 78 plus k. Because be careful about your calculation. Many of my students didn't calculate well. So k will be negative 78. The idea of the question is very silly, but our problem is with the calculation. This one is the same idea. I will be talking about this one, about the composition. Let us be talking about this one first. What do we mean by all these? That means f of 1 equals to 2, f of 3 equals to 3, f of 2 equals 4, or f of 4 equals to 1. And in the same way, g of 1 equals to 3, g of 3 equals to 4, g of 2 equals to 2, g of 4 equals to 3. We need g of f. So let us find here in a side g of f of 1. And let me use the highlighter. F of 1 equals 2, that means I need g of 2. G of 2 equals 2. So when I replace 1, the answer is 2. Okay. Now let us take another point, which is g of f of 2. And I'll use the purple. F of 2 equals 4. So I have g of 4. What is the value g of 4? 3. So when I replace 2, the answer is 3. So I have to look at these 2 points. Where can I find it? 1, 2, it means this one is not correct, this one is not correct, and 2, 3. So this is the correct answer. Okay. 69 is the same idea. 70. Which of the following is the inverse of the function? To find the inverse, instead of f, we write y. We interchange x and y. Now I need y to be alone. Send the 2 to the other side. I will have x minus 2 over 3 over 3. So x minus 2 over 3 equals to y, and the answer is G. This one. Next question. Find the inverse, same story. Y equals 2x plus 3 over x minus 1, interchange. X equals 3y plus 3 على y minus 1. Put it over 1 and cross multiply. So xy minus x equals 3y, 2y, this is 2. Plus 3. Now I need the y's to be together, and the x's be together. So I will move 2y to the other, with this one to the other side. What we will get? We will get xy minus 2y equal x plus 3. Take y as a common to have x minus 2. This is only x. And I divide. So y will be x plus 3 over y minus over x minus 2. Where is it? B. Okay. Now the next one. Which of the following is true about f of inverse? Let us find f of inverse of this one first. Y equal the square root of x minus 3. X equal the square root of y minus 3. I need y to be alone, so I have to put power 2 on both sides. So x squared equal y minus 3, send the 3 to the other side. X squared plus 3 equals y. Where's x squared plus 3? It is this one. Yeah. This one is a very nice and critical question. And let me clear it here. For any function, we have domain and we have range. The inverse of the same function has a domain and has a range. But the idea is domain of the function is the same as range of the inverse, where range of the function equals the domain of the inverse. And they are vice versa. And the question here is asking me to find the range of the inverse. That means they need the domain of the function, the original function, which is this one. G, sorry, this is G. So I need to find the domain of this. Or since I have a fraction or rational function, they call it, the domain is the value of x that make the denominator does not equals to 0. Move 5 to the other side, so x should never equals to 5. And if I draw a number line, and I don't need 5, but I do care about anything else except 5. From negative infinity to infinity. So my domain is from negative infinity to 5, union 5 to infinity. Why I have to exclude the 5? Because if I replace 5 في function itself, I have 5 plus 3 over 5 by 5 minus 5. You will not get the solution. Because of this, I have to exclude this value. Okay. Okay. Next, find the simplified form of each. This one means 32 to the power 1 over 5, x plus 7 to the power 15 over 5. 32 to the power 1 over 5 is 2. 15 over 5 is 3. Since the power is odd, I have to put the absolute value. Okay, same story here. This is 64 to the power 1 over 6. X minus 4 to the power 24 over 6. This one is 2. 21 over 6 is 4. Since the power is even, so it is fine without absolute value. If the power is odd, I have to put the absolute value. Simplify the expression, the square root. That means 121 power 1 over 2. X to the power 12 over 2. Y to the power 8 over 2. Was Z to the power 2 over 2. This one will be 11, x to the power 6, y to the power 4, and z. Next one, 36 to the power 1 over 2, x minus 10 to the power 18 over 2. 36 to the power 1 over 2 is 6. This is x minus 10, and 18 over 2 is 9, so I have to put the absolute value. Next one. Next one. Just a second. Hello? Okay, next one. Same story. We split it. This is 50 to the power 1 over 2, a to the power 8 over 2, b to the power 5 over 2. The first one, by using calculator, it will be 5 radical 2, a to the power 4, and b to the power 5 over 2. I will write it 4 over 2 and 1 over 2. So it will be 5 radical 2, a power 4, b power 2, radical b again. Radicals with each other. So it will be 5 a power 4 b power 2 square root of 2b. Next one. Write in radical form, determine the index and the power of the radical. For any radical expression, we have number, we have to write it here, and we have an expression or number here. This number here is called index, and radicand is this one, any expression under the radical. First of all, x to the power 9 over 4 to the power 2 over 3, I multiply the powers to be x to the power 3 over 2. That means the square root of x to the power 3. So the index is 2, since I'm talking about square root. Power of the radicand is x to the power 3. The power is 3. Same story for this one. Write it in radical form. We need the index and we need the power. Okay. Power to the power we multiply. So this one will be x to the power 5 over 2. That means I'm talking about the square root of x to the power 5. The index. Let me just here. The index will be 2. Power of the radicand is 5. Next. Write the expression. Which expression is equivalent? Which one of these choices, when I add their power, I got 7 over 8? We can see it in this one. X to the power 3 over 4 plus 1 over 8 is equivalent to x to the power 7 over 8. Use a calculator to get the answer. The average distance of a planet from the sun measured by an astronomical unit. Use the expression. Which expression could be used to represent the average distance from the sun using radicals? They asked me to write this expression as a radical. So this one is the third root of 1 over 52x all to the power 2. Third row, which is this one. The next one is piece of cake question. Since the power is negative, simply I reciprocate it. I move it down. I'm done. The power is negative, move it down. I should not have a negative power. Next. Power to the power here, I have to add. So this is x to the power 2 over 3 plus 8 over 3, which is x to the power, x 10 over 3. Power to the power, now here we multiply. It will be x to the power 3 over 20. Okay, polynomial function. Radical. Sorry. احنا في الراديكال we agree the standard form is a the nth root of x minus h plus k, and it depends on n, if n is odd or n is even. For the odd radical domain and range both are from negative infinity to infinity. Domain here is x minus h greater than or equals 0. And the range y greater than or equals k if it is positive. And we agreed this k is moving up or moving down. H, let me write it in different color, and I have no idea which color to use. Purple. Either we shift up, we shift down. H, either we shift right or we shift left. A is vertical. Stretch or compression. Although, and I didn't see any question in the revision regarding the transformation. We need the domain and range. Square roots, we have an even function. So the domain is x minus 3 greater than or equal 0. That means x greater than or equal 3. Done. Range y greater than or equals 5. Y means g. So greater than 5. Same story here. Very easy. Domain is x minus 4 greater than or equals 0. Yani x greater than or equals 4. And range y greater than or equals to 2. Done. Next. This one. We have to be very smart. See, since I have an odd function, so the domain is all real numbers and the range is all real numbers. So all other things about domain and range is not correct. About the x and y, what do you mean by x-intercept? X-intercept means y equals to 0. So 0 equals negative 1 over 2, the third root of x minus 4 plus 1. Now we move 1 to the other side. So negative 1 will be negative 1 over 2, the third root of x minus 4. I will multiply by negative 2 over 1, which is the reciprocal of this fraction. Why? Because negative 2 over 1 and negative 1 over 2, they will cancel each other. 2 equal the third root of x minus 4, power 3 both sides. So 8 will be x minus 4, send it, x equals 3. Sorry, 12. Now the last thing. Is the function increasing or decreasing? Let me show you the general graph of square root and third root. I will do it here. Radical x and the square root of x. Radical x is like this. And third root is coming like this. Now if it is negative third root of x, negative square root of x, the graph will be reflected across the y-axis. Yani the graph will be going there, or the graph will be like this. Now my function is negative third root. Negative third root. That means we are talking about this case when we are going to the left, the function is moving up. Right, the function is going down. So they said the function is increasing to the left or right. Let's go back. The function is going up at the left side here. So when x goes to negative infinity, this is the choice. I hope that you got the idea. Now the other questions are a piece of cake, very silly. If this question is a multiple choice question, I will put it all in the calculator and I will get the answer. If it is not, I have to find the value of each one of these. 5 radical 18, it will be 15 radical 2 plus 5 radical 2 minus 24 radical 2 plus 8 radical 2. Calculator, it will be 4 radical 2 done. Next one is the same story. It is 7 radical 2 minus 8 radical 2, yani negative radical 2. Okay. Same story for this one. Same idea. 3 radical 24 is 6 radical 6x. 2 minus 54 radical x, same story, is 6 radical 6x plus 4 radical 3. These two are 0 when you subtract it from each other, so it will be 4 radical 3. Now this one, I consider it as one of the hardest question in the whole worksheet. Simplified. 2 times 5 is 10. Fourth root of 144x to the power 8, y to the power 13. And we have the same idea like this one. So this is 10. 144 to the power 1 over 4, x to the power 8 over 4, y to the power 13 over 4. Now just take it easy step by step. So this is 10. If you calculate 144 to the power 1 over 4, you will not get a solution. So you have to think about two numbers. When I multiply them by each other, give me 144. One of them has a fourth root. If you multiplied 16 times 9, that is equals to 144. So you can take the 1 over 4 to all of it. So it will be 16 to the power 1 over 4, 9 to the power 1 over 4, x to the power 2, y to the power 13, I will write as a 12 over 4 and 1 over 4. Easy step by step. Do not look up. Now put all your focus here. And I don't need anything else. 10 is 10. X to the power 1 over 4 يعني 2. It is 2. 4th root of 9 because it doesn't have a root. X square. Y to the power 3. And again 4th root of y. Put the roots together. Of 2 times 10 is 20. X square y cube 4th root of 9y. Which is D. Now this one is a way easier, but it has the same idea. C. 3 times 5 or 5 times 3 is 15. 3rd root of 216 a to the power 3 b to the power 6. يعني 15 216 1 over to the power 1 over 3 a to the power 3 over 3 b to the power 6 over 3. Let's continue. 15 216 to the power 1 over 3 is this is negative, by the way, صح? Oh. Let me put it in red. Negative 216 to the power 1 over 3 is negative 6. A, B to the power 2. 5 by negative 16 is negative 90 AB squared. Alhamdulillah. And the last one, solve and check. Piece of cake. Radical is alone, put square both sides. X minus 9 equal 25, sorry. Send in 9 to the other side, so X equals 34. Now I have to check. How can I check? By replacing. Is it true that 34 minus 9 equals 5? Is it true that radical 25 equals to 5? 5 equals to 5, يعني correct. Next. Move it to the other side to put the radical alone. So the 3rd root of x plus 3x plus 10 equals to 5. Power 2 both sides. So 3x plus 10 give me 25. 10 to the other side. 3x equal 15. يعني x equals to 5. This is a piece of cake question. This is the end. Thank you so much. Good luck. Have a nice day. Forgive us. Assalamu alaikum.